Hi Floss Tubers, it's Diana from Dee's Delights Stitchers, and I'm making my third video. Today is Tuesday, July 31st, and I'm happy to be here again. First and foremost, I want to thank all of you who have subscribed to me and sent me messages. You have been so sweet, and I am so touched. My granddaughter, who is 11 and helped me make my first video, she called me up and she said, "Grandma, I can't believe you have 146 subscribers. How did you do that?" I said, "I don't know, hon." I said, "But these floss tubers are from all over the world, and they're a great group of people." Well, I want to tell you, now I have 725 subscribers. It just amazes me. It amazes me. I did this as a lark, but I'm having a ball. I'd like to do some shout outs or some thank yous first. First of all, Jen's Niche, episode number 22. She was so sweet to mention me. And Steph and Pam, you all know who they are. And episode 55, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. 55. They were adorable, and they were so sweet to me. And the other one is Lisa Smith from Kindred Stitcher. And I'm just thrilled. I'm just thrilled. This is such a fabulous community, and you all get me. And I mentioned before, I don't have family and friends who actually do as much cross-stitching as I do, and they don't understand my passion. But you do. Okay, so now I want to give out some shout outs. Linda Spaulding is my age. And when I first went on this YouTube, I was at my brother's, and my nephew said to me, he grinned at me, and he says, "Oh, you're going to be stitching with all these old ladies." Well, Adam, if you go on my site, you will see all these young chicks, and you'll see the work that they do and how young they are. So that's Adam. Okay, another one. Oh, let me tell you something about Linda. I was watching her the other night, and two things. She mentioned, let me see, I wrote this down. Okay, she showed up some charts or some items that she's working on, and one was Harvest Time by Prairie Schooler. Well, when I was in that shop in Pennsylvania that I told you about, there was this Harvest Time on the wall. I did not buy it. I forgot to take a picture of it, and I couldn't remember what it was. So I want to thank you, Linda, for letting me know, and I'm going to order that pattern. Also, she's showed up something she's working on, and it was something that I'm doing in knotwork, and it's called Leave the Light On. And let me show you my knotwork. I think I showed this to you before. But this is the knotwork I'm doing. Let me get this right. Let's see. Okay, and here it is. It's all French and colonial knots. And I have one called Leave the Light On. And Linda's doing it in cross stitch. I didn't even know they had a pattern like this in cross stitch. So that was fun to hear. Okay. Another shout out is Tamara Bowden. She's Nana Stitcher. And she mentioned about negativity on this site. And I have not found any negativity at all. Everyone's been so sweet and kind, and we all seem to get along. But I'm glad she mentioned it, because she's right. I mean, this is a place where we don't need negativity. We have other items in our life that are negative, and here we don't need it. Another shout out is Jan Hicks. She's amazing. And if you haven't seen her videos, please do so. And Kathy to Dye House. She's a fellow Jerseyite, and she gave a great tip about when your yarn is curled up. Use a little damp sponge and put it on the yarn, and it straightens right out. Thank you for Kathy. Okay, now I have some questions. I see a lot about fancy and specialty floss. Why use expensive threads instead of DMC? What's the benefit? I don't understand. So if you can answer this for me, I would appreciate it. Number 2, what does everyone do about their back hurting? I have some pillows I put behind me, different things. I'd like to hear some of your comments on that. Okay, I'm really torn about fabrics. What's the difference between such as Monaco and Laguna and even weave? What is that? I've stitched a lot of things on Aida, and that was really my go-to fabric. But I bought something which will show you later, and I've bit the bullet. I've been trying not to go into linens because I didn't know if I could see the holes, but I got something, and it's 28 count Monaco, and I'm really getting used to it, so I might continue with something like that. Okay, another one is I don't know how to insert a photo or video or edit, but maybe I'll get my husband to help me with that. And also, what is random calculator and how do I get it? Just in case I want to give a giveaway. Okay, those are my questions. All right, now let's see, what am I doing here? Okay, I want to show you some of my purchases. Okay, I went to a thrift shop. I'm going to go back up a little bit. And I saw this for $15, and they gave it to me for $7. So I'm keeping all my finishes in there. Finishes that I haven't framed or done anything with. So I'm keeping that. Okay. Let me take a drink. I told you I was not a morning person. So isn't this cute with the little whale? Let me take a drink. Okay, another purchase. I'll bring these closer. My husband and I took our second river cruise, Viking River Cruise. Fabulous. We're taking a third one next July. But we went up the Rhine, or down the Rhine, and we were in Germany in the Black Forest. And I bought this. Isn't this sweet? It's a little miniature. If you can see it. Pillow, scissors, tape, threads, and it's on my shelf right back there. Okay. The lighting is not that great today. The sun was out this morning, and then we had a deluge, pouring rain, but that's how it is in Southwest Florida. If you wait, it rains a little bit every day, but if you wait 10, 15 minutes, the sun comes out again. That's how it is. I wish those poor people in California had weather like this. Those fires are terrible, to lose everything. I just said to my husband the other day, if we had to leave, what would you grab first? And he told me, but he said, what about you? I said, well, I would take my files, I would take my family albums, and then I would take all my stitching. You know, can't leave those. I worked too hard on them, and I want to pass them on to my family. Okay, another thing I bought, I think I showed you this last time. Bought one of the Bitsy bags. Love it. And it's got that Paris motif, which I probably will pass on to my granddaughter. Bought these in Holly Hobby. They were only 80 cents. Look at those. I make Christmas ornaments for the kids every year. And I bought this one. This also was 80 cents. They're coasters, but if I don't use them for coasters, I can use them for smalls. Some really cute things here. I love the blue and whites. Isn't that pretty? Okay. I haven't bought any, I haven't spent a lot of money and bought any project bags yet, but I did find these, and so I bought a few. I bought these in the dollar store, small ones, and I bought these online. They were 6 for $5, and they're nice. They're good enough for me right now. Keep some projects in there. Okay. Hope I'm covering everything that I wanted to. Okay, let me show you some of my finished projects. Today is the 31st of July, so it's still Christmas in July. This is my finish I did a couple of years ago. It's an Advent wreath. See, and I don't sew, but one of the girls in my GEA in Connecticut, she finished this off for me. So I made all these little items. I put them on with Velcro. And it's my Advent calendar. I had such a good time stitching this. So colorful, so beautiful. I put it out every year, and I hate to take it down. Okay, put that aside. I'll show you what it was. It was the dimensions. Okay, and it's called Christmas Countdown. Isn't that cute? Trying to get this glare out of here. Okay, here's another one that I finished. I don't have it here because I gave it to our granddaughter when she was maybe 3 or 4. No, I think it was like a birth announcement. So I made this for her and was in her room, and now she's starting college at New Hampshire, University of New Hampshire. And this was Children Playing on the Beach. Oh, it's from a painting by Mary Cassette. She's a beautiful artist. Isn't that cute? That was fun to do. Here's another finish that I made a couple of years ago. This also was fun. I mentioned before that I used to collect teddy bears. You know, when we moved to Florida, we had to downsize. This is lovely. It says 100 years from now, it will not matter what my bank account was, the sort of house I lived in, or the kind of car I drove, but the world may be different because I was important in the life of a child. That's sweet. Like I said, we downsized from Connecticut. We had almost 2 acres of property and a big raised ranch that we lived in. And we moved here to Southwest Florida, and we're in a carriage house in a community. It's lovely, but there's not that much room. And I got rid of a lot of stuff, and my husband said we're running out of wall space. And I said, no, we're not. We're not running out of wall space. Don't worry about it. What I am sorry about is that I don't have a craft room. But I'm making do. I work here during the day on my lanai, and in the evening I work, I'll show you another time, I work in front of the TV with a high-intensity lamp. And I enjoy being out here on the lanai. When we moved here, the first summer, we could not sit out here. It was so hot because everything was screened in. But we invested and had hurricane doors put in, as you can see over there and over there. We had the screens taken out from the living room into the lanai, and we had the hurricane doors put in. And it just opened up a whole living area. Everything's air conditioned, and I can open those in season during the winter, and the breezes are beautiful. The test was going through Hurricane Irma. We did not have a scratch, so these doors were just wonderful. Okay. Oh, I wanted to show you this. I'm color coordinated today. My friend Faye makes jewelry in Tucson, Arizona. She made this for me, and it says, it's a wine cork. It says running with scissors. Isn't that cute? And then she put this little charm on here. Where are they? With little scissors. So I wear that with this shirt. Okay, my next finish that I had wanted to show you was, I used to do a lot of dimensions in the beginning. This is Sunset, Simple Treasures is the name of it. And I thought the phrase was so pretty. Take time to enjoy life's simple treasures. This is it. Now, I haven't really given anything away other than birth announcements for my grandkids because I love everything that I do. But I have a friend in mind who I think I will be seeing her in August, and I'm taking this to her. She lives down the Jersey Shore, and I think she will love this. Okay, I mentioned that Monaco. So here it is. I bit the bullet, and I'm working on this. Fell in love with the Noah's Ark and all the animals. I'm trying to get this. Okay, this is a Teresa Wentzler, and this is what I'm, whoops, upside down. This is what I'm doing so far. So it's taking time, but I'm enjoying that. So that might be my introduction to some sort of linen. Now, besides the New England Sampler, which is one of my very favorites, and my very favorite, the European Bistro, which, excuse me, so many of you loved, this is my next favorite. Look at that. I'm almost done. No, almost done. This is still going to be a while. But I'm on page 20 of 24. It's a grandmother teaching her granddaughter how to cross stitch. And this is it. It's called a cross stitch fantasy is the design, and the name of it is How You Stitch. Isn't that sweet? That is so precious. So this is going to be one of my very favorites. Okay, now let's see. Okay, I was going through my items that I have not finished, and I found these. Little House Needlework. So let me show you what I did so far. I think what I want to do is make a little, make them out of styrofoam and put bows on them and little beads on the bottom to stand up and make like a village. I did this one so far. I don't know what count fabric this is, but I enjoyed it. Here's another one I finished in 15. And this is the toy shop that I finished. Okay, so I have others. Let's see, Town. I did those. Okay, I've got this one, The Florist. Schoolhouse. Hometown Holiday, the Tree Lot. There's the infamous red truck. Everybody's doing a red truck. And the bookstore. I don't know if that's all in the set, but that's what I have so far. Okay. Now I need your help. I love the sound of this crinkling when you take things out. Everybody apologizes for it, but bought this from Everything Cross Stitch. I saw this on, somebody was doing this, and I don't remember who. I don't know if it was Luda or To Die For, or To Die House, but you know, I love the blues, and I'm in a quandary now. I want to do this, but I don't know what kind of fabric to order. I love the blues, and of course, being from Jersey, the lighthouse, the blue crabs, which I love. So I need your help. What do you think I can use as a background? Do I use a light bluish gray, or is that too much, too blue-gray with all the blues in here? Do I use a cream? And if so, what fabric would you recommend me to use? Now, I haven't used anything smaller than 28, so, you know, I'm not sure. I had cataract surgery 2 years ago, but my eyes are still not the greatest. I use the little cheaters at night when I stitch with the high-intensity light. But please, let me know what you think. Okay, I guess that's it. Oh, what are my plans? Okay, my plans are, I'm taking some projects with me. In the middle of August, I'm going to New Jersey for 2 weeks to spend time with my grandchildren. And I told you before, I'm teaching them how to cross stitch. So I plan on continuing to teach Mia, who's 11, and Dean is 8. And I have these 2 little projects for them. And that's what I plan on doing. So everyone, again, thank you for all your kind words. And I'm just so hooked on this community and channel. And I hope to go to StitchCon. I don't have a PayPal account, but I'm going to ask my daughter how I can get a PayPal account. And so I hope to go to StitchCon in June. There may be another Stitch-In Fort Lauderdale, which I can drive to. And I'm just looking forward to meeting everyone that I see online. It's a fabulous community. I'm so happy to be here. Okay, that's it for today. Everybody, just keep stitching and enjoy yourself and do what you really want to do. Life is too short. Both my husband and I being widowed before, we realized that what was important is not so important anymore. And what we never thought was important is important. So love each other, be kind, and as Jan says, or Flannel, what is she? Jammies. She's the sweetest person that I have met. She's kind, considerate, and she's happy and upbeat. Okay, that's it for today. Take care. Love you all. Bye-bye.